Okay. It says my meeting is now streaming on LiveTube. Let me mute it. And if my moderators are available, please come in. I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of trolls from people that I never expected to troll me before. But if I'm talking low, it's because I am still sick. If you paid attention to my Twitter this morning, you'll see that I've been fighting to stay out of the hospital for the last 3 days. My husband has been taking care of me. And to those who have called and texted and asked how I was, thank you. Shows me who my friends are. But I'm going to send this out to the world so everyone who's been talking behind my back can talk to me. All right, I'm going to put it out to Twitter. There you go. My tweet has been posted. Hey, Mills. Oh, God. Surf, you have saved my life. If you didn't know this morning, okay, I have problems with malabsorption. We'll talk about this for a second first. My husband said, don't mention that, but because we had a very long conversation this morning. I'm having problems. I'm taking every vitamin in the world. I can't even eat some days because there's so many pills, supplements in my stomach. And I'm staying sick. I'm staying very sick, very weak. And she told me about these drops and then the coconut water, which, oh my God, tastes like dirt and vomit. And then my daughter told me to mix it with a banana and ice. You have to drink it really cold. So I've been, $10 a bottle. Ugh. It is awful, but I've been drinking that. And then this morning we got those trace mineral drops. I'm not cramping. It's the first day. I know, Angelo, I love you. Hey, Brandy. Are you all buffering? I've got a full signal. Hang on, Laguni. Hey, Up in the House Records. I really appreciate you all being here. There seems to be a lot of conversation about my private conversation with Witty Widow. And she said, I know this is going to get you in trouble. And she said, you need to let people know that we're not friends. She was very honest about that. And if you don't know my husband by now, then you haven't been watching me. Mama Goonie, I'm still really sore, but I don't feel like every time I move, I'm going to cramp up. And I mean cramp up from my feet to my hands to my back, across my hernias. It's been awful. And my doctor is, of course, not in. He doesn't do the hospital, so I don't want to go to the hospital. And I'm seeing him tomorrow, but it's been a nightmare, and I don't wish this on anyone. But I also don't want to cry again on YouTube. I said I wouldn't, so I'm trying not to. But those drops, those drops are just amazing. Thank you, Surf and Yali. That was great. I will. Are y'all buffering? Brandy's buffering. I don't. I've got a full signal. Why am I not charging like I'm supposed to, baby? It's not charging right. Can you help me? I don't know. There's always something going on. It's got the low thing, but it does say it's, wait, it says it's charging now. Who knows? Let me check my signal. It says I'm on iPhone. What is it? iPhone light. Why is this doing this? Suddenly, thank you so much. Dollar Buffering. Okay. Thank you so much for recommending the drops. He went out and I think he bought every bottle they had. All they had was little bottles. But he's been putting them in my water. I'm just going to have to load up on them. Thank you, Chevy. And I appreciate all my supporters. Now, what I'm going to talk about is last night I had a conversation. Mary was upset. There was a stream going on. I think you all know which stream I'm talking about. And there were things being said that were very ugly. And I texted Mary. I texted Mary first, and she knows that I did. And I said, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to shut this down. And I texted Witty Widow. And she will tell you that I texted her. I did not call her first. I was going to, but she was on stream and I knew she wouldn't answer. So I texted her. And she, in the middle of the night, she's not taking her Ambien, but in the middle of the night, she gets very delirious. And then the guests on the panel were talking so vulgar. I was like, you need to get off of there. And I was speaking to her person to person. Okay, you've heard the saying, you get more flies with honey. Well, I speak to her, you know, and I wasn't screaming at her. I wasn't yelling at her because where was that going to get me? But she had been prescribed a new medication, and it's worse than Ambien for making you sleepwalk, and she has that problem. And I said, oh God, don't take that. You know, you need to learn to sleep correctly, and you need to get off the damn computer. And that was my goal, was to get her off the computer. Mary knew that. That was my goal. I told her that in the text. You know, I'm not going to share the text with her. I wouldn't share your text with someone. I don't have to. It's none of your business. But I did have a conversation. I said, go ahead, call me. Because I wanted to explain the effects of the medicine. And because I actually have tried it. I've been on it and it was a nightmare, wasn't it? You remember when I was on it. And I don't have to repeat it because it's nobody's business. But that was my way in. If you all don't understand that, I'm sorry. But I don't play checkers, I play chess. And if you think that I would get on there and talk to her and not say something about the way she's done Mary, Stewie's children, all of that, then you don't know me. Don't call me friend if you think that I would ever talk to someone that has said it was okay, she wanted to see children raped, and not say something to her. Did I not bring that up and say, you cannot say things like that, and it's awful that you even think that? My husband's sitting right here beside me, nodding his head. He heard the whole thing. You all jumped to conclusions because she said she had a very nice conversation. She did. I didn't scream at her. I didn't yell at her. That's not how you get through to people. You know, you can scream and yell all you want, but that's not how you get through. And I told her, I said, this has got to stop. This needs to stop. You have to stop this. You have children, you know, and we talked. And she's not going to change. I can't make her change. But I tried. You know what? Making videos and calling her a piece of shit and calling Mary all of that stuff does nothing. Nothing. But I did try and reason and say, this is wrong. And it's making you look worse. And I even talked to her about the eating on camera, for God's sakes. I mean, not that it's any of your business, but we talked about a multitude of things. And it was meant to bring peace. Okay? I don't, my character does not change. Those of you who know me and who have been my friend, you know that I stand by my convictions. I would not tell her anything in private that I would not say to her in public. I would never, never approve of someone going after Mary's kids, Stewie's kids, little children. But I've got some screenshots here that I'm just horrified by, that people would say about me that call me their friend. They call me one of their best friends. You know, Whitty isn't the one who called. Actually, she is. She's had my number for a long time. Okay, a long, long, long time, years. Yeah, she called me. Told her she could call me and we could talk about her sleep issues, and then I'd like to talk to her about some other things. That's exactly what happened. Okay. I agree. I agree, LaPouf. I'm not okay with it. And that's exactly what I told her. I said, it has to stop. It absolutely has to stop. I told her, I said, you're hurting people who have not hurt you. And then she starts telling me the things that they've done. I said, you've got to get past this. Everybody has got to stop. The fighting is getting everyone nowhere. You know, if you're out, LaPouf, you're out. You know, I try to go at things in a sensible manner, but I can't go slitting throats. All that's going to do is make everybody dead. You know, I told her she was wrong and that she needed to stop it. What else am I supposed to do? LaPouf, you're a friend. You know that where my heart sits. I called her out on it and I spoke to her directly. I didn't go on and make a video about it. I didn't, you know, I didn't go screaming in the streets. No, I spoke to her woman to woman and said, this is wrong. You're looking bad doing this. And you're hurting people. It's making you look like an awful person, like even worse than you've ever looked before. And I said, you're not, I don't know why you're doing this. And she said something that she didn't believe Stewie was even a real person. I mean, this is not good. But I did confront her and speak to her directly. Who else has done that? You know? I've never approved of the things that she said. And LaPouf, if you think I did, and you think I did something wrong, okay. But I did my best. And I confronted her directly on those things. Vintage gown, drama Kiki miscarried. And it just say a prayer. And I feel terrible about it. I love children. It is, you know, and that's the truth, Angelo. It's a lost cause. You know, it's a lost cause. I made an effort to, you know, stop a problem that was continuing. And I mean, let's face it, that all the videos in the world, Stewie's making videos, you know, telling her how horrible she is. Everybody is. But it's not doing any good. She's laughing at that. I thought maybe if I talked to her woman to woman that I would get through. You know, yeah, it does, Beth. It does. And now, LaPouf, if you think that I'm a horrible person for trying to help, trying to stop a situation, then I can't change your mind. You have to change my mind. You know, Drama Kiki, your situation has broken my heart. And I've cried and I've prayed for you. And, you know, I've never come in here trying to hurt people. And I certainly wasn't trying to hurt anybody last night. But you know what? I'm hurt that people think that I'm a terrible person for trying to go to someone directly and talk to them and try to get them to stop hurting other people that I'm friends with or I thought were friends with me. I'm disappointed in a lot of the things that were said that I read on Twitter. I'll be honest, I thought people knew me better than that. And Mary knew that I was going to talk to her. Mary wants her husband and Linda to have a conversation because there's issues there. You know what? That might actually be a good thing. Who knows? I don't know. Kiki, they sure made me feel like it. Thank you, Angelo. I get kind of tired of being told that everything I do is wrong. You know, people don't see the people that I talk to, the conversations that I have, the multitudes of conversations. You know, I get tired of people saying, you can't talk to that person. How dare you talk to that person? You don't know what I say to that person. You don't say, you don't, I'm 49. I can talk to anybody I want. And you don't know, if you don't know my character and you don't know that, you know, my values and who I am at a core, well, I'm sorry. You're missing out. Hey, Doodlebug. Well, I didn't think I had done anything wrong either, Beth Roche, but apparently, you know, there's some people that I called, you know, close friends that are damning me, cussing me. Stewie has me blocked. Yeah, you know what? And that's why I wanted to talk to her was because the stuff that you know, she and Mary have been going back and forth and about Mary's daughter, and you know, I adore adore her daughter, and I love Mary to death. Stewie is Stewie's daughter. How dare she say that? And that's one of the things that you see. You all don't know this because you jump to conclusions. People jump to conclusions. Ooh, I bet she was just agreeing with Witty Widow, you know, about all of the stuff. No, I told her, I said, I've seen pictures of your daughters. You wouldn't want that said about them. You know, I tried to appeal to her as a woman and as a mother. You know, you know, I did the best I could. Stu's got me blocked anyway, you know. East Coast lady, but you know what? Instead of jumping to conclusions, you know what pisses me off. Really, I'm so sick. I've been drinking the coconut water and the stuff and trying to make myself better. And this came out this morning or whenever. I don't even care. But not one person called me. Not one of my friends that call me friend and, you know, all of that. Not one person called me and said, what happened? I mean, Mary told them that she knew that I was going to talk to her, that I was going to stop, you know, stop this, try to stop it and, you know, try to help. And yeah, and I did talk to her about talking to Mary's husband. I said, you know, if you haven't done anything, then talking to her husband will be no problem, right? If you're innocent, you have nothing to lose. But, you know, we'll see what happens there. But what, not one person that's supposed to be my friend, and they all got my phone number, called me. Why? Why? Oh, Irish Dragon Lady, I'm sorry you've got stuff going on. Yeah. If you've got if you're my friend, and I'll tell you this, I'll call you. If something's going on and I've got, and things are being said, I'm going to call you. And you can ask my friends. I'll call them first before I'll say anything about it. And I sure won't jump to a negative conclusion. Yeah, that's it, Holly. See, and I wanted that to stop too. That's why I was like, this is going too far. That's why I called. That's why I texted her, and then she called me back, and I talked to her, and I wanted her to get some sleep, and I wanted to get her to stop. Yeah. So Holly, I was trying to get all of it to stop. I tried talking to her. Okay, I did my best, and I know you all have your way of handling her, whether it's legal or what. You know, hey, you all do what you got to do. I have been in situations like with MFW and stuff. You've got to, you have to go your own way, and in a way that makes you feel, like you're on the right track and you're vindicated, or whatever. It all needs to stop. But if we're all saying, in whatever method we go at, this has to stop. This has to stop. Stop it. Maybe we'll get it to stop. Maybe. Yeah, I agree, Holly, and that's what I was talking to her about. Stop going in her life. Don't do that. And she's like, "Oh, but it's just," I'm like, "No, you're affecting people in real life." And I talked to her about that. You know, I was, Mary knew what I was doing. It wasn't like I went behind anybody's back. I'd have told you if I'd have thought you were up. I didn't think you were awake. But why the hell can't I see Mary? Mary, go on your other account. You know, that's the thing. Mary has said she's tried to ghost her, and Holly's got too much of a temper to ghost anybody. Love you, Holly. But she and I, she literally and she literally tortured me. She's doxed me. She's done all this shit to me, and I decided the best way for me to handle her was to ignore and then go extremely polite, because then she couldn't say anything back, and it worked. And I have been kind to her and nice to her. uh I haven't bought her birthday presents or anything like that, but I've stayed on the edge of things while helping you and trying to influence her to stop. It's not, oh yeah, I know you make parodies, but she takes them literally. But it's not like I'm going to be buddies with anybody that does things like that. It's you all should, this is what I don't get. Shannon's in there saying all these things. She should know me as well as anybody that I don't approve of that stuff. Do you know how hurt that makes me? You know, I don't I don't like the fighting. I wanted to be out of the fighting for a long time. And I tried to make some peace last night. And here I am once again trying to do a good thing. Well, Beth, it's getting me kicked in the gut over and over again. You know, I tried to go about it in a peaceful manner, and and she said we had a lovely call. Yes, we did. There was no screaming or arguing or shouting. It was a nice call, but I did tell her what I thought about the things that she was doing. You know, I'm not going to change my morals and convictions, and for that, no. And I'm not her friend, and we both made that very clear. But yeah, no, not the chat. No, oh no, Mary. I said I'm gonna get this stream stopped. That's okay. Please don't say it. Um, but no, what I did was I texted her while I said, "Wait a minute, I'll read the text that I sent you, so I don't misquote. I don't want to misquote anything." Because I woke up to go to the bathroom and I was flipping through, you flip through, and I was like, "Oh my god." I said, I'm stopping Widow right. I'm stopping Witty right now. That was at 12:53 a.m. And you said yes. And I said, she's off. She's in the bed. I literally just, this was at 2:11 a.m. when I texted you back. I said, she's in the bed. I told her to, and you can read the text too. I said, she's off. She's in the bed. I literally just got off the phone with her. I told her to stop with you and Holly and Stewie. And she's saying, when y'all quit, she will, same stuff. But we had a long talk about her behavior and hanging with trash like Nick and Jess and Embry and Uni. I need a wand, I think, meaning a magic wand, because I felt like at the end of it that it was like talking to a brick wall because I didn't get through. That was, I mean, you can check your text too. And then you said that apparently people are upset that you called Witty. Witty mentioned it on LCD's panel, I guess, which is fine. I mean, we didn't yell at each other. I didn't have to, but I said, this is wrong and this needs to stop. And it was always come back with this and that. So that's why I said I need a wand. And I said, I don't care what they think. I told you I was getting her off last night and I did the best way I knew how. It worked. And I said, fuck Dave and his opinions, because that's honestly how I feel. I mean, he's just a joke. All I wanted, honestly, the stream was getting vulgar. It was talking about Stewie's kids and, and then Mary and Mary's husband and, all of this stuff. And it was getting worse and worse, and then doxing. And I said, okay, this has got to stop. If I hadn't tried, where would I be? I would feel guilty. I agree, Mary. We've all done all we can. But, you know, of course. And I agree with that, Angela. I didn't catch the whole stream, honestly, because I went to the bathroom and then just came back and turned it on, on my phone like we do. And I just, from what I heard, it was gross. I heard the part about hate sex, and I was horrified. And honestly, I don't know what the, I don't know what the point of that is. You know, there are some people that you can't save. I'm glad I didn't see any more than what I did. Yeah, I don't think I'm too wonderful right now. And there are a lot of people that don't think I'm wonderful. And the person who put the clip up on there and said, "Oh, look how horrible! She had a nice conversation with Witty Widow." Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually unsubbed. You know, I don't follow a lot of people that seems to. I'd say they will, Holly. It's ridiculous. This real life stuff has got to stop. It's got to stop. And I've blocked so many people that honestly I'm like finding new channels to watch. Good, Mary. Okay. I just feel like I get beat up all the time for, for trying to help, trying to do something good for somebody. You know, I'm not gonna get on here and yell and scream. I haven't this time. I'm on my Twitter and where are you? Oh, good. Oh, I'm blocked from them. You'll have to screenshot it, honey. Um, yeah, I don't want to worry about being swatted. I don't want to worry about my family being harassed. I don't want to, you know what? And I don't want my friends to worry about it either. I don't. I don't. I don't want any of us to feel in danger because we come on this platform. You know, it's already taken a toll on my health. I mean, it's. And I've stayed out of it. I've stayed out of the fights and the fighting and all of this. And I try to help a friend to make a phone call, and I'm getting ripped to pieces. Really. You know, and that's what I did last night. I defended people, but because they weren't on the phone call, I guess they just assume the worst. You know, nice, nice. Hey, Eric. To be honest, I wouldn't take back making, you know, making the tweets or the texts and then telling her to go ahead and call me. And she did, and talking to her. I don't regret trying because if we don't try to do good, you know, evil flourishes when good men do nothing. We've all heard that quote. I tried. Nobody can say I didn't. You know, what I'm angry about is that there are people that I have been very good to and loved and called my friend, and they call me friend, and they don't trust me to have a damn conversation. They want to judge me like I'm some kind of a child, or that like they don't know me, or that I would say something so against my character. That's what makes me upset. You know, I'm very disappointed. And I'm especially disappointed that I didn't get a phone call before they jumped to conclusions. And I bet that phone call wasn't about little girls getting raped. Really? Maybe it was. Because it was. I spoke my piece on it. But that's okay. You have no faith in me. You have no faith in my character. You can call me names and say things. And you know what? And if that happens, Mary, if Witty Widow does something like that, that's her sin. That's not mine. That's not my doing. I know that what I said and what I called out, then that was I was saying the right things. I was saying right, what's right and what's wrong. And I was speaking from my heart, and I was going by my morals and my ethics, and I was speaking true. Something happens that gets twisted around, that's not on me. I'm sorry, Mary. I really am. I'm sorry that didn't happen, but no, it was just, I'm taking this, the streams got to stop. It was getting so vulgar and it was getting so bad. And the threats and the things that were being said, I was like, okay, it's got to stop. And it really, and that's what I knew I could do, because seriously, they're putting her on a lot of medication, or some medication for sleep that's very dangerous. And in my opinion, I will say it's dangerous in my opinion and in my experience, because I have taken it for sleep. And yeah, so I wanted to talk to her about that, but I also wanted to talk to her about the other. So, I don't regret having that conversation, but what I regret and what has hurt me is the people that think that I would ever backstab my friends. Well, it's okay. What I told her was the truth. I did not, the medicine that she was prescribed is very, I mean, it's worse than Ambien, and I've been on it, and I was concerned for her, honest concern, as I would be for anyone, and she even said, you're going to be put in the hot seat for talking to me. And I said, well, that's okay. But we did talk about the other things, and she can't say we didn't. My husband was sitting here listening the whole time. But if she wants to try to turn around and make it into something that it wasn't, then okay. There's some people, you can't say. I'm not, and you know what, and I'm not trying to save Linda. I'm just wanting her to leave my friends alone, and that's what I asked her to do. And I spoke to her woman to woman, and that's something that not many people in this community have done. And I treated her with respect as well, and she treated me with respect. And that's it. So, I'm not gonna say anything that's not true. Well, if everybody's responsible for their own actions. I'm gonna be sick again. Hey, where's the vinegar? I'm gonna throw up. Y'all have no idea what I'm going through right now, and it's been bad. And Linda, I'm sure you're listening. And I'm not trying to insult you or, belittle the conversation, but you know what we talked about? Talked about you're getting some proper sleep and to stop talking about my friends and harassing my friends and Stewie's kids and Mary's kids and all of it. We talked about that. And I was very honest with you and upfront. And about having these people on your channel that, are just gross. That's it. And if people want to be mad at me, then they can be mad at me. But you all see me when I go in swinging. Oh God. That went down rough. I didn't like what was going on the stream, and I was worried about, when she mentioned the name of the sleep medication. And I said, okay, this gotta stop. And there was a lot of vulgarity going on, and I texted Mary first. So my story's not gonna change. And my husband is sitting here and heard every bit of it because, yes, I woke him up, but I'd been sick all night, so. And she even said in her stream that I've been kinder to her than she deserved, kinder to her than people in the chat. And that's because I don't believe that beating someone up is going to change their behavior. You ever beat a kid? Ever seen a kid that got beat all the time? Did it change their behavior? No, it just turned them into a criminal. Heard someone say, yeah, my husband said if he got more beatings as a young'un, then maybe he wouldn't be in prison. Maybe he wouldn't be in prison if he'd hadn't gotten beat all the time as a kid. No. Hey, Brandywine. Hello, baby. Yeah. Beth, it's, if I had screamed at her, she'd have hung up on me. It wouldn't have done any good. And this may not have done any good. I may not have gotten her to understand, but at least I tried. And you know what? I'm not gonna go at someone if you've been in an argument with me. Hell, ask Diane or Wendy, because I've been in on and off arguments with them. Ask them what happens. We usually get on the phone, you text or whatever, and we're like, okay, well, I still disagree with you, but I'm sorry I was a bitch. That's what happens. Hey, Shady Booties Bessie. And but that's, I've been to school a lot of years. I've had a lot of training in it. And, you learn to control your speech and your temper, and you try. There for a while I didn't feel well, and y'all know it, and I was just lashing out. And I was making videos, and I was cussing people out and all that. I'm not doing that anymore. I can't. I'm just getting sick from it. So, yeah, the threatening of the children is that I just couldn't, honestly, I couldn't believe she said it. And that's what I told her last night. I said, how can you do that? You're a mother. I've seen your children. I know you love your daughters. How do you do that? And it's a lot. But okay, well, I am exhausted. I know everybody's sick of hearing me say I'm sick, but those drops that that sweet woman recommended, they have helped. I'm gonna go drink some more nasty coconut water. Ugh, and a banana. and with those drops in it. And but I've stopped with the all over cramping, and I'm still really sore and bruised, but I'm not as swollen, and I'm feeling a little bit better. I still have a headache. I'm still extremely nauseous. I don't know if I'll ever not be nauseous. Um, Thank you, Beth. I don't need the stress. I don't want the stress. And you know what? I have to say, the call, when she called me, it was not stressful. Like seeing all these people jumping down my throat or accusing me of things that weren't true. I talked to her, and I was straightforward and I was honest. And she was, she was honest with me. And I told her honestly how I felt about things. And, I told her the truth. And I don't think anybody should fault me for that. I stood up for my friends. I told the truth about what's being said and how people feel, and that how I feel about it. And, she told me her reasoning, which didn't, I mean, it's off center, but I think coming at her with hate would have just made her hang up on. But thank you, Drama Kiki. Yeah, and it's probably best just to walk away from the situation. I did my best, and I got 89 in here and watching me. For what? Okay. Leave a thumb. Look at the thumbs down. Oh, everybody's so mad at me. For what? Speaking like an adult to another adult and saying that I felt like she was doing things wrong, and asking her to stop. Okay. Sub up. I just want to say, it's just leave the children alone, leave Mary alone, leave Stewie alone, leave Holly alone. My God, it just needs to stop, you know. And it's getting scary to Holly, and you know, it's a Holly and Mary. And YouTube is not Fantasyland anymore. I am focusing on me. If you've noticed, I've not been fighting. Um, Thank you. I appreciate your all support. Now I'm gonna get my there with these damn shakes. Oh God. My husband, of course, we're looking up everything that's got potassium and all the good stuff. So he made guacamole. It's probably, I might be able to eat a couple bites. I haven't eaten hardly anything in days. I ought to be skinny. Why am I not skinny? It's crazy. But anyway, he made it not spicy, so I can actually eat it. No onions, hardly, nothing. I just hope I can keep something down. But I love you, Beth. I love you all. Let Papa Beth do his voodoo. He needs to. Can you do some voodoo, honey? He said, I don't know. He said if he could, he would. Like last night, I said, I need a wand. But okay. I wish you all love. I wish you peace. Love each other and love yourselves. Okay. I'm gonna lay down and let him do his thing. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.